If you want to achieve better growth and reach with social media content and other types of video content, then short form video is one of the best ways to do that in 2025. And Exemplary AI is my personal favorite tool for creating short form video content like Reels, TikToks, YouTube Shorts, because Exemplary makes it super easy and fast to turn any existing video or audio content into short clips and audiograms with subtitles and branding that do well on platforms like Instagram Reels, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. So this video will be my Exemplary AI review, and it'll also include a basic tutorial of exactly how I use Exemplary to create content for my own brand and for my clients. And if there's enough interest in this, I will definitely do a more in-depth tutorial of exactly how to use Exemplary, of exactly how to use all of Exemplary's features. So if you find this video helpful, please leave a like and subscribe. And if you want a follow-up, more in-depth tutorial, or you have any questions, make sure you let me know in the comments. Also, Exemplary is not just about creating video content. It's also a transcription app, and you can use the AI features with the transcription in order to create written content, such as articles or the text for social media posts. And what I typically do with my video transcripts is I export them, which is really easy. I just go to download right here, and then I can export it as whatever format I want. And I do that, and then I use a few simple ChatGPT prompts to reformat and rewrite the transcript into an SEO-friendly article, and then I put that on my blog. And if you want to get a free copy of my AI marketing and ChatGPT prompts, there will be a link in the description that goes to this landing page right here. And if you click this button and enter your name and email, you'll get added to my email list, and I'll automatically email you free access to my AI prompts list. Now let's get into this Exemplary review and tutorial. As I mentioned, the main function of Exemplary is that it transcribes audio and video content, and then you can very easily use the transcript to create short video clips or audiograms, which is the main thing that I use it for. And the easiest way to do this is just by highlighting the text that you want to create a clip around. So with this transcript that I'm looking at, it would make sense for me to use the intro as a clip because it has a pretty good intro. And if I put that out there as a standalone short video, it might help draw people in to watch the full video. And so I'll just highlight the first couple lines here where I'm basically explaining what this video is. And then I'm just going to go to create clip right here. And I can either say create clip, which will use the video to create a clip, or I can say create audiogram, which will use only the audio. And so if you're uploading, for example, an audio recording or an audio podcast, then you would want to go for audiogram. But because this is a video, I want to use the actual video content. So I will say create clip. So now this clip has been generated and it gives me a little preview here, and I can either save it for later or go right to editing it. So I'll just say edit, and this opens in a new tab. It might take a couple seconds to load. And this is where I can add elements to this clip, modify things, customize the subtitles, and a few other details. So the first thing I'm going to do is edit the title. And so I'll just remove this part, and I think I'll just remove the end. And I'll just say intro here so that I remember which video this is and save it. And then I'm going to hit save up here just so that this clip is not going to get deleted if my tab crashes or something like that. And then I can watch the clip if I want.
Gemini versus ChatGPT. Can Google's AI assistant catch up to OpenAI?
I can skip around right here, and I can choose the type of video that I want. So right now it's on portrait, which is a vertical video. But I can also choose square, which does well on some platforms, or landscape, which is usually not going to be the best choice if you're creating short form content. For most short form content on most platforms, portrait is going to be the best. You can change the background color as well as the layout type, and this refers to how the video looks. So right now it's on auto, which is basically the same as fit, but if I go to fill, it'll expand it to fill the entire screen. If I say split, it'll split it vertically, and go to 3 split. And so usually I end up using fit, and then I might expand it a little bit. Like for example, just do this so that it's not going to show quite everything on screen, but sometimes it's not necessary to show everything. Like for example, if it's just a video of one person speaking, you can expand it so that they're bigger, and so there's less empty space on either side of them. And then over here on the left, I can go to text in order to add a text element. not like a subtitle, but just a static text element. If I go to template, I can choose one of Exemplary's default templates, or I can choose a template that I created myself. And you can create templates just by customizing a video and then going to this drop down here and saying save as template. And then any template that you save will be available in your brand templates. And then transcript, I can look at the transcript for this video and I can actually edit or delete parts of it. So for example, if I was to delete the last sentence, then that would just clip the end off the video. And also if there was any typos or spelling errors in the transcript, like for example, sometimes the AI might mishear something and put the wrong word in, but it looks like it did a really good job this time, so I don't think I need to change anything. You can also add images right here. And then we have the subtitles. And since there's already subtitles here, they get automatically populated. I'm just going to click on these. And then you see it right now, this is like a little bit big. I don't want it expanding too much. So I'm going to reduce the size a little bit and move it up just a little bit, make sure it's nice and centered. And then there's a lot of different things that you can do with the subtitles or captions. Usually I just use their default, which is called bazooka text. It's a very popular one. You'll see this on a lot of videos. And I will modify the bazooka text to be one of my brand colors like this. So now if I play the video,
If you want to know what Gemini is best at,
you can see that the subtitles are highlighting the active word with one of my brand colors. And then over on the left again, we have waveform, which is the visualization of audio. So this isn't super necessary for most video clips, although if it's a video clip that is mostly static without a lot of movement, it might be a good idea. And if you're doing a audiogram, then this is really important because audiograms usually just have static visuals, and so you need something like a waveform in order to let people know that they need to turn their audio on and hear what you're saying. We'll add this one, and you can see there's a bunch of different styles, like this, kind of like that one. That's pretty cool as well. Let's just go back to simple, and now we'll play this for a bit just so you can see how it works.
Google's AI assistant catch up to OpenAI.
And as I mentioned, on a lot of platforms, like I know for sure on Instagram, Reels, and probably on a number of other platforms, a lot of the time when a new video starts playing, the audio will be off. And so when people see that, they know that someone's talking, and so they know that they have to turn the audio on if they want to hear it. And I'm just going to modify this a little bit here. I'm going to shrink it back down a little bit so you can see the full title, be a little bit bigger. And we'll move this up just a little. And then I'm going to save this again. And then over on the left, the last item is download and share. And so I can select SD, which is 720p, or I can select full HD, which is 1080p. And then I just hit export, and that will generate a downloadable file. It usually takes anywhere from 30 seconds to a few minutes, depending on whether it's SD or HD and how long the clip is. And you can also generate a shareable URL in case, for example, you want to show this to a client before you actually export it to make sure that they like it. Then you can make the video shareable, and you would just share that link with them and they'll be able to preview it. That was a pretty thorough overview of the clip editor, which is, again, the main feature of this product. However, there are a number of other things you can do. For example, when you go to AI clips, I've already created AI clips, so these are already populated. However, if I hadn't done that, there would just be a button here that would say create AI clips, and then there's a few specifications that you can choose, and basically the AI will go through the transcript and pick moments that it thinks is particularly interesting and create these clips for you. And we have kind of like an explanation of what's going on, as well as the transcript that's used right here. We have a visual of what it looks like here. And this is a score that the AI has given it based on how interesting it thinks this clip is. You can also, of course, edit the AI clips. You can say it's really good or it's really bad, and scroll down and see what else it has created. And so here I've got the AI clips. These are the manual clips that I created, and this is all. And you can also go to AI chat if you want to chat with the AI and have it answer questions about the transcript. So this could be really useful. For example, if you're working with a really long podcast, you could ask it to summarize all the points made by a specific speaker. And then if we go to AI content over here on the left, it's already created a summary as well as a bunch of titles and subtitles that could work well. It's divided it into chapters. It has suggested some blog articles that could be written from this, as well as some tweets or short social media posts. LinkedIn posts, Q&A, and I can work with this in a number of different ways, like optimizing the tone, translating it, regenerating it. And if I want to generate more, I can use any of these over here on the side. So for example, if I go to LinkedIn post, it scrolls me down to here, and I can copy it really quickly with this button, or I can say regenerate if I don't like it, and it keeps and the original one is still here. If I scroll back right here, this is the first one that it made. This is the second one. And if I want to do anything custom, I can just go to generate AI content. And these are the quick options. So like I could just say generate a blog post, for example, and say generate lecture notes, generate key takeaways, or I can go to custom prompts and I can write a prompt such as write a 30-second script with a punchy hook that highlights the 3 most interesting points mentioned in this video. And I can save that prompt if I think I want to use it again later, or I can just say generate content. And you can see it's written me a little script, and it even included some direction. So it says tired of choosing between AI writing tools, Gemini versus ChatGPT, the ultimate showdown. And it's a pretty decent little script. Obviously, I can improve this with another AI writer if I want, or I could regenerate it. Or I can regenerate it right here. I can optimize the tone. I could go back and change the prompt a little bit. But you can do a lot of AI writing right in here. And in particular for creating notes or creating small social media posts to help promote this, or creating social media captions to go with the video when you upload it. That's what I find this most useful for. And just to return to the transcript a little bit, again, you can just scroll through, or you can use find and replace to search for specific terms. You can also play the video from here and increase the playback speed to get through it faster. And you can add comments. And then again, whenever you come to a place that you want to turn into a clip, you just have to highlight it and then say create clip, and you can create a clip or an audiogram from that. So based on the way I've been talking about it and what I've just showed you, you can probably tell that I am a big supporter of this software. It makes my life really easy when it comes to turning my long form videos into short clips, as well as creating content for my clients. And I am in the affiliate program, so my affiliate link will be in the description below. And if you want to sign up for this, I'd really appreciate it if you use that. There is a free for personal use and hobby tier, which is basically just a free trial that doesn't have a specific time limitation on it. So if you find that sometimes you sign up for free trials and it only lasts 14 days and you don't get to use it as much as you need to in order to tell if you want to use it professionally, then you should find this quite beneficial. You can do up to 60 minutes worth of content a month and use most of the core features that I just showed you. And then you have the starter plan at $15 a month and the pro plan at $29 a month. And this is if you're paying monthly. If we switch the pricing to yearly, then it's actually significantly less expensive. Save 51% for paying annually. And I think most people would probably be fine on the starter plan. The only way that you would really need the pro plan is if you are creating a lot of content for multiple brands. And I use this for myself and for my clients. And my clients are always very happy with the type of content that this creates because it really highlights their expertise. You know, I take their podcasts or their random audio recordings that they make while they're out for a walk, or any other video or audio content that they have created in the past or that they're creating now. And I can just turn it into highly optimized videos that get a lot of reach on platforms like Reels, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. Thanks for watching. Remember, you can get my free list of ChatGPT and AI prompts by following the link in the description to this landing page. Remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos. Leave me a comment if you have a question or if you want to request a full in-depth tutorial on this software, and I'll be back soon with another video.